the plane returned to mysterious. Missing planes and ships are no longer rare, but the strange thing is that after missing a time, they are now completely back. Airplanes and boats are no longer riders as souls return to Earth from another universe. Missing planes, ships disappear suddenly. In 1985, in a swampy area of New Guinea, a twin-engine aircraft had been lost for nearly half a century. What makes people think is that the plane looks as new as before disappearing, not aging or deformation. The flight number is clear, easy to read. This glittering silver plane disappeared 45 years ago on the flight from Manila to the island of Madagascar. In the cockpit they found the third week of January 1937, Sunday. A team of Indonesian military aviation experts was dispatched to the scene. After looking at the new aircraft, when back, everyone was pale and surprised. The department responsible for the study immediately ordered the blockade of the area to detect the new aircraft. Investigators at first saw the plane, no one dared to look at his eyes. Its appearance is still new, the fuselage completely without a spit, in the sunlight it glistens like a mirror. The investigators thought that the door was rusty, very difficult to open, but, conversely, the fist was opened right away, no crack or no teeth, nothing raw. Into the cabin do not see anyone living or dead. But in cigarette paper, cigarette butts and newspapers in 1937 had not yet turned yellow, as if they were still in the air. In an ashtray there was a cigarette trap, which was circulated in the 1930s, but in World War II the production stopped. The costumes and hairstyles of the newspaper are all in crisis and recession in the United States. In the hot pot still hot cafe, and the taste of it still delicious, never gone. What surprised the investigators most was the condition of the aircraft. In the battery of the aircraft is still full power, only turn the switches the lights in the aircraft light. The fuel tank of the aircraft is almost full. All these things make the staff to make hairstyles. The plane looked like it had been landed by its wheels, but it was parked in the marshy area, so it was completely undisturbed, and it was able to fly like 50 years ago. Before. Scientists continue to investigate the secret of missing aircraft has long emerged. Similar events also occurred in the 1960s. A U.S. bomber April 4, 1946, U.S. Air Force searched forces for 500 kilometers of airspace where it disappeared, but no results. Incidentally, in 1962 the plane appeared at several hundred meters from the airport. The radio equipment on the plane remained intact. According to the analysis of machinery, it seemed that it was just down that afternoon. No one thought the plane was missing 17 years. On a clear day in 1984, 5 American military planes appeared in the sand of northern Mexico. The fuselage was still shiny, the fuel tank was still filled with gasoline, but the plane was empty without a person. American experts said that all 5 aircraft that went missing in 1945 to the area of the Triangle Bermuda, called Bermuda Triangle. But that is still debated, because someone said that the aircraft's name has been missing for many years to reappear as an undeniable fact. As the missing ship events reappeared, the discovery of the U.S. RARA at 37 degrees 37 north at 51 degrees 55 in the east in August 1935 was a famous one. When the ship Haxkitch discovered the train Rakahama, there are no passengers on board. What made the captain and crew members of the Haxkitch? Surprisingly, when they departed England, they were told by the captain of the Italian ship Rayacus that before July they saw the ship Rajahama wrecked in the Atlantic. More than 100 years ago, in the Atlantic Ocean, a ship that had been missing for many years had been discovered. It was the Mrisarai. When discovering it, there are no people on the ship, but precious items like gold, diamonds are intact, without any deterioration. Lifeboats and other items are still adequate. Even on the train still left the food and the eating. Do not know where the train was leaving? In early 1990, the missing two-sided Duraxes sank for 24 years suddenly appeared, landing on a deserted beach off the outskirts of Caracat in Venezuela. 3 sailors on the ship when discovered, in 1990, were startled surprised. On January 6, 1966 they departed from Maroba Island. Unbelievably, when they just caught the big fish, weighing up to 110 kilograms, storm surge. People rushed out of the wind. The storm has lasted for 24 years.